Welcome to another edition of Choppahead TV. I'm your host, Big Truth from Choppahead Custom Cycles and the Big Truth Podcast. In this episode, we'll be out in Mexico City where we highlight two builders, Charly from Rebel Oilers and Miguel from Sickless Cycles.
Hello, my name is Charly Sandoval. My nickname is El Charly from Rebel Oilers. I am a member team from the Amanotla show. This is my favorite bike that I built. This is a Triumph 500cc for 71. I started to build this bike 3 years ago. I found the complete engine on a basket and I started to rebuild all the engine. One of the first things that I start to do is to make this hardtail in order to create a bobber. It's a bobber style. So I use the stock rims for the bike. For the front suspension, I found this girder. It's a Durfee girder suspension. This suspension was too long at the first, so I chopped it and I install all necessary in order to work with the stock wheel. I try to use a lot of brass parts in the bike in order to be I'm not a fan of the chrome, but I used to install a lot of brass parts here. The name of the bike is the Black Stockings because I love I love girls obviously, so that's why I paint all the front section in black. So this is my everyday ride. So this is a great bike. It runs great. About the ignition, I am not running battery. I am using a little battery from 9 volts that is inside or behind of the tank. It runs great. It's just necessary. I did those pipes. I love the straight pipes. The sound is better. We can go making a great sound in the streets. Another thing is I installed this leaf spring for the seat. It was good. It's efficient, and I think that looks better than some springs because it looks like I have a clear part here. The oil tank is a vertical oil tank. I decided to put in that situation because most of the bikes have in the other position. So I used to install in vertical in order to have a better look. It has a little oil gouge here, so I can see the level of the oil. Another one is I have to remove the original AML carburetors in order to not have problems because it's not a bike show. It's for every day. So when the weather is too warm, so the AML carburetor has some problems here in the city. So I decided to install a Japan carburetor. I have to spend like 1.5 years working in my garage. That was difficult. I was building every day, every night. I spent a lot of hours in order to build this bike. That was one of the things that I did to work all the nights after my work, because I am not a person who is working with the bikes all the day. I am a person who works in a company like every day, like every person, but I spend most of the night in order to create this bike. It was very difficult to find spare parts for vintage British bikes. So I have to spend a lot of time on the internet searching about information, searching spare parts around the world, sometimes in the USA, sometimes in Australia, sometimes in UK. So what's difficult, and that's why most of the people don't use to chop or create custom bikes from English engines here in Mexico. But I really like to do that. So that's the kind of situation gives more of value for those kinds of motorcycles. No? And it's good because when I am riding my motorcycle, I can be near to a harley-davidson or a Japanese bike. But when the people say, "Oh, that is a British bike," that is good. it's not easy to see one here in Mexico City. This is a great bike. This is my love. I really love to build Triumph motorcycles. I am a lover from British engines. I used to rebuild Triumphs, BSAs, Ariels, Matchless, and most of the British models. I like to work with it. In Mexico City we don't have a lot of people that love to work with British bikes, but I am that crazy guy that love to do that. Well, so that is all about my bike. We are the Amanopla team. I am Charly Sandoval from Rebel Oilers.
I'm Juan Pablo from Magnolia Motorcycles.
I'm Miguel por Cicles.
I'm Israel Dominguez from Biker Junkie.
I am Israel Silva, the Types Power.
So all we are the Amanopla team who made this great festival. So this is the first festival that all the builders from Mexico will be in this side. We have people from Sonora, from Guadalajara, from Puebla, from Mexico City, from Toluca, for all the places on Mexico. So you are welcome to this festival.